Okay, part 21, we're talking about the dangers of dating single moms. It's very dangerous. It's not worth the risk, so avoid it. I'm telling you, you are going to fuck your life up worse than you could ever imagine. Single moms are damaged goods. I haven't even mentioned the baby daddy always being in the picture. Yeah, she's probably still sucking and fucking and texting, and he knows you're there, and he's going to try to sabotage the relationship and blah 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 and stress you out before you go pick her up, and all these fucking monkey games, they never end, guys. They never end. Many single moms are of course young and hot. Many are freaks and pleasers in the bedroom. Tread carefully, young grasshopper. MILFs or housewives that have been fixed are a green light, but not these single moms that are ubiquitous in every small town. Find out early on in your conversations whether or not they already have kids. Some women are going to try to hide this and cover it up. Some women put the kids on the dating app profile picture. You got to do a little digging and find out. That's the other thing. You're going to have to, in your opening messages, you got to be smooth and charismatic and appealing and act like you're better than them. But you got to do some investigative work too. And I have a protocol for that to help you. Many women, especially single mothers, will deceive and trickle truth you after you've gotten your emotions involved in the situation, and she thinks that you like her. She gives you a little sniff of sex and you get addicted, right? They hold back the whole truth because if you knew the truth up front, you'd run away immediately and block her. Both men and women do this, to be fair, and you need to stop doing it. You need to stop being a nice guy and tolerating stupid crap and being scared to say what you want. Women respect a man who's attractive and tells them exactly what they want. I want you to meet me at the hotel, wear a skirt, a thong, and high heels, and you're going to be my fuck toy, for lack of a better word. I mean, you need something just straight to the point. Like you've been there before and you've done it, and you're not some loser virgin who's never done all this before, right? So you need to stop doing this. Stop being the weak, nice guy, and stop being the nice guy. Nice guys are deceptive to women. They're shady to women because it seems like you just want to be friends, and then at the end of the date, you try to kiss her, and she's totally caught off guard. You said you just wanted to be friends, and then you tried to kiss me. But just fucking tell him, yeah, I want you to fucking slobber on my dick, and I want to hold your ponytail and have you handcuffed while I do it. If that's what you want, then fucking tell him. That you got to stop being so scared. And anyways. But single mothers hold back and lie to you at the beginning about so many things, including their kids and who they're sleeping with and what the situation with the baby daddy is and blah, 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 blah. They are a hot fucking mess, and they're the worst liars in the world. You need to get through your head that all women, especially the attractive ones, have dozens of men from their past. Some of these guys, like their baby daddies, are still sleeping with or communicating with them regularly. None of these women are truly single, as in not talking to any man whatsoever or not involved with any man. None of them are single. Single moms with kids are toxic waste dumps of time and energy. Time and energy you can't ever get back. You will be roped into all sorts of bullshit, and you'll agree to it because you're desperate for sex and intimacy from a woman. You might as well sponsor a homeless person while you're at it, because that's about the same financially, and at least that homeless person won't stress you out or bring a world of unnecessary drama into your life. Well, there's a line, Kanye West, right? I had his first I had his first album, right? It was a good album. He had that song on there with Jamie Foxx, Gold Digger, right? And it talks about some of the shit. Uh, and she got 3 kids, and I gotta take all they badasses to Showbiz. Showbiz was the forerunner to Chuck E. Cheese, right? So she's got all these kids, and you'll be taking her on a date, and oh, my kids need to come with you. You'll be fucking paying out the ass for them kids to be rampaging through Chuck E. Cheese and buying pizza and shit, and getting them to go plates to go home. Look up Kanye West Gold Digger and read the lyrics and listen to the song. It's pretty funny. It's really funny considering his stupid ass went and got with Kim Kardashian, the biggest tramp in the world, biggest gold digging tramp you could ever think of, right? So they're going to bring all this drama into your life. It's going to be a hot fucking mess. And hopefully you have a spine and have low tolerance for it and put a stop to it. So stop and think to yourself, why isn't the dad around? What happened? You should be bringing this up in your initial messages. Stop being a soft, weak pussy around these women. Ask the hard-hitting questions. Ask the hard-hitting million-dollar question. That way you can weed out the women who don't qualify to have you in their life. These single mothers will have no time for you. Believe that. They're always at work or tending to the wild-ass, out-of-control kids or going to sports or gymnastics or at grandma's, family stuff. You won't be able to control her or them, that being the kids, either. You'll be a hostage to chaos and madness you can't even imagine. She won't let you control or discipline the kids either. And you'll have to hear the kid, you ain't my daddy. You have to hear all that disrespectful shit. So basically, you're left to play the sucker, getting no attention and no sex, while you're constantly expected to step up and bail them out financially anytime something goes wrong. These women's lives are giant landfills of chaos, drama, and stress. Believe me, it is not worth it. Your money is better spent on hookers or sugar babies once you break it down, because it's costly to be a stepdaddy. And you'll be going to be paying out the ass and getting no sucky, no fucky as a result. That's a bad investment, my friend. Find women without kids. Even if you have kids of your own and you want to remarry again, which is extremely stupid, but I know you fucking retards out there watching this, a few of you are still going to try to do it. Single moms will never truly love you. They're often stuck on some guy from the past, usually the father, that wouldn't commit to them, right? And they're going to use and abuse you as long as you stick around and tolerate it. And just to reiterate here, I would hesitate to even have a monthly sex hookup with the single mom. Like, it's far too dangerous, and your life will be fucked if you get her pregnant. You're better off masturbating. I'm not even kidding, right? This entire dating scene is a minefield of danger with very few good outcomes for men right now. I once worked at a place where one of the managers, Anthony was his name, was seriously dating and shacking up with a single mom who had black kids. It was kind of shocking because he was not an unattractive guy. He was a regular Joe kind of guy, not particularly tall, but he was a solid, competent guy, right? And he had a stable job. He had a decent job and stayed in athletic shape. He even had power and authority at the workplace. Everyone in the office secretly mocked this guy and shook their head at him when the subject of his girlfriend and her black kids came up. That's how people are going to look at you. If you get in a relationship with a single mom, and those kids don't look like you, or they're a different race, or if there's 3, 4, 5 of them, and you take on all that responsibility, people are gonna mock and ridicule and look at you as lesser than, right? What was his problem? He let this woman's beauty and his scarcity, starving mindset drive this desperation. He was crazy about that woman, about that girl. He was really into her. He simply didn't know better, just like millions of men today. They don't know any better, right? No one ever explained to them, hey, this is stupid, you deserve more, you deserve better. He should have stayed more patient and worked to gather dozens of options with other women without kids. There's no excuse today, guys. You can connect with millions of people online today. Find a woman without kids to pursue if you want to do the real relationship stuff. Or find a woman who's been fixed and can't get pregnant anymore if you just want a casual sort of hookup. They're out there. You just need to dig and do some legwork. Again, if you want specific steps to find actual wife material, I will have an exclusive protocol for that elsewhere, so be on the lookout for it. Again, I can't play the TikToks on here because the audio doesn't work, so we'll save that for another time. I'm sure many of you guys have already experienced the shit show of single moms and have a story or two of your own. Guys, get on the site and share your horror stories with the group so that the lesson will be apparent to other people. They can read your testimony and see that this is real, this is dangerous, like it's full of fucking drama and trouble, and it's best to be avoided. There's going to be a lot of younger guys in the group who are naive and inexperienced, and just they're not thinking this far ahead about all the other shit that goes into relationships with women. So please share any kind of stories, share your experiences, and I know it's embarrassing and maybe even humiliating, but I really want you to share the stories so that we can have a brotherhood and help each other learn. Okay, that's the point. The nightmare of marriage. Avoid it at all costs. I cannot stress enough that you need to avoid legally binding agreements like marriage, especially if you live in a highly liberal coastal state like Massachusetts or California. Marriage does not guarantee that you can earn the love of a woman. It's no guarantee that she's going to love you. Remember, you cannot buy a woman's love. You can't buy their attraction either. Attraction isn't negotiated. Love to a woman is a momentary feeling. When they say, "Oh, I love you," just stay calm and sober so you can realize that's just how she's feeling in that moment of time, that moment of life. She feels that way at that time, that day, right? It is not a permanent or solidified emotion that's set in stone. You yearn for a woman's love and validation because deep down, your life is empty. You don't truly believe in yourself, and you work a shit job, you have no control over your life, and you have this deep need for affection and intimacy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Every man does want that. But you need to build that up in yourself and realize women can never give you that internal thing that you need. You have to build it yourself as a man. You need to build and improve yourself so you can truly love what you see in the mirror and be happy with what you've done in life. Once you reach that peak, most of your problems will disappear and you'll be living life on easy mode. You just got to do the fucking work that no one wants to do. That 4-letter word that everyone's afraid of. W-O-R-K. Work. Hit the gym. Diet. Avoid bad stuff. Have discipline. Get good sleep. Don't go out partying. All the hard stuff you don't want to do. Money solves problems and insulates you from terrible outcomes in life. Money is your number one priority, always and forever. If you get married and divorce raped, losing at least half of your assets, your ability to get any more women in your lifetime will be severely limited. This is why you need to avoid serious relationships, especially when they're legally binding like marriage. Guys, some of these states... I wrote this here. In some states, living together for a few years makes your relationship situation official. I think they call it common law marriage. And you can be subject to payouts and loss of assets just like a real marriage and divorce just by living together and being boyfriend and girlfriend. So you need to be aware of your local laws, guys. Most of you, I'm sorry, there's a typo here. Most of you don't know most of you don't know, you have no clue, that's how it should read, how good life can be once you age a bit and find success in money. Women use sex to hook you, bait and switch, and manipulate you into agreeing to a long-term relationship. Once you become official, and especially when you get married, the sex and fun comes to a prompt, screeching halt.